now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Alright, so hello everybody, welcome. Okay, so yeah, this I guess is where you get abilities, then. Okay, so this requires that. And keeps track of it like that, okay. I see. And then what about at this end of the temple? Okay, and then this shows us how many of each. Alright, so we're in section A, and I'm assuming, yeah, I don't have enough pieces to get through there. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's head to number. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah, right. I think that I need to find, like, an axe somewhere or something, and then I can, like, bust through that.
There are mysteries in my garden, hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
Okay, so this is a Stargate. It doesn't really say. Okay, so for every star, so I need 1, 2, 3. So I need 10 stars to unlock that gate then. Okay. Now you said that there were secrets, but like, are we talking about like hidden passages in this temple? Like, I have a jump right? Like, is there a? Aha! Now I'm a statue. No. All right. I'm gonna assume that it's not that. Let's see. So number 2 has 3 tiles and 1 star. So let's do it up. I guess I'll just go in order.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
Pleasant. Yes, eyeball that's apparently trying to get my attention. Okay, access comm portal. Sure, run the troubleshooter. Troubleshooting. Oh yeah, hello guest. Your query. I think you'd like help accessing network functions. The most common cause of network problems is holding insufficient account privileges. Please enter the admin password to authenticate your privileges. Admin? I don't know. Trust no one. Purdy? That seems too easy since it's the first option. Oh, would you like to create a new admin account? Yes, I would. In order to prevent unauthorized access to admin controls, please take a moment to prove you are not a bot. Loading certification. You will now be asked a series of inputs to cohere with data protection legislation. You must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other administrators. Please complete all fields. Please enter quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor in this assessment. Alright. 2 + 2 = 4. What is the subject of reaction to this image? Face, I guess. What best describes a person? A human being? You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler whose eyes bulge from slow dehydration of water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What will you do? Kill him and collect his blood. Okay, well, I mean, I'd offer him some water. Receive a notification when part 2 has been generated. Okay, let's check this email. My first day at the Institute for Applied Nomadics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance, there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Pneumatics, Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies, Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabi? I don't know. Shows up smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back then. The Institute was founded. She says, Eamon, Iapin, Alpino. It all sounded stupid, but we just didn't want to call it Ian. Because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't so scared anymore. Well, let's see Athena analysis. Novel's first sentence, she woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing, signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science fictional novus at the core of the narrative at face value, we should something. Note 2, having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, and limited senses tell us, crap, and objective reality coming to conflict, or belief and objective reality coming to conflict. Oh, social reality and objective reality. When in chapter 16, A Second Awakening of the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... Okay. A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of an Talos principle text. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke, and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man and act as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials, according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. Oh god. So if you make a machine as close to man as possible, do they become a man? I mean... I guess it really depends on your interpretation of man. Alright, let's see what this is. Do we got like an email or something?
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule. Write letters to the future so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Recording number 23. I'm assuming, because you did have the option of going third person in this game, I'm assuming that's what we look like. Okay. That was weird, but whatever. It's a big area compared to the last one we were in. Did I just hear somebody else boot up, or is it the same one? Yeah, this is a giant area to run around in. Oh yeah, there's another terminal. Oh god, there we go. Oh, there it is. B. Was there not something that I did with these? Alright, I'm coming, jeez. Error log. That day I often remember when from sleep I first awaked, I found myself posed under A shade of on flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither prod and oh good god, bad poetry. The human machine. Topic number 3. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real, no one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. 26 is the final deadline, no extensions. Alright. My first question would be, how does your family think you're a regular human being if you're a robot created in a lab? No one would have been pregnant. The only way I can see them doing it is if somebody was pregnant and they stole their baby and replaced it with you. Now, next question. Me, a robot, was introduced to these people. How do I grow up? Human beings grow up because we are purely organic. Our body can change. Our body can morph because we use organic materials. As soon as you start adding in mechanical parts, hence robot, not even android, it says robot, those materials aren't going to grow with you. So, next theory, they pulled a Fallout 4 Institute, killed you, replaced the person with you, while you were already fully grown, as to not need to worry about growing up. So, I mean, does the concept of yourself change? That depends. I mean, I hate questions like this because a lot of them, they seem really deep, but if you dig into the question just that little bit, it's like you are definitely not giving me enough information as to actually accurately answer these questions. Like, do you reveal the information to others? It depends. Did you steal their baby and replace them with me? Did you kill their brother and replace them with me? Did you whatever, you know? Because if so, no, I'd probably keep it to... Actually, you know what? If that is what happened, I probably would tell them. I didn't kill them. They replaced them with me, but it wasn't my fault. Now, if that isn't what happened, and somehow I'm a magic robot that grew up, so nobody knew the wiser, would I keep it to myself? I guess. I mean, it would just be one of those things where it's like, I mean, there's no downside to telling them, but there's no upside either. I mean, why make them question it, right? And once again, does your understanding of the world change? It really depends on why I was created and how I got put into this position. Alright, what is this? All these common people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter-day Guatamas are at least being somewhat realistic, you know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot shit through? Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved to the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best in this planet. Alright. So the world was ending, I'm assuming. And, yeah. I still don't remember what I'm supposed to do with things, because I remember we already... No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. I know that I already scanned one of those, but I'm pretty sure the last time I scanned one, didn't it just put writing, like, up on the, like, up over the wall, or, like, or something, you know? Like, I don't think I had to do anything with it. I think it just put writing up on the screen. Man. I mean, I know all the puzzles were back there, but... Alright, you know what? Let's go do a puzzle. I can... Oh, hello. Are you the same? Recording number 23, so that you are the same. Oh, hello. Got a tree there. No, this is definitely a different one. Okay. Whatever, let's go do a puzzle. Oh, here's another one. I can't tell if the documents on the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. Alright. So yeah, see, I thought that's what happened the last time we found one. I guess it probably doesn't matter what order we do it. I just want to run around and explore, but I feel like we definitely got some glitchiness going, which is not good, but sit there for a second while I look around. Oh god, alright, so now we know what those do.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but do not resent them. For they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Now that I've moved this though, will it go further? Alright. Jam you, grab you, jam you. So I can come back to this one. Drop it there for a second while I look around.
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you.
Sure.
Unless it is necessary.
Yeah. Your choices must be your own, unless you make the wrong choice. I heard another glitch. Does that mean there's another recording running around somewhere? Aha, I found the stars, so now I need to figure out... Oh god, where the thing is. I need to get past it. I mean, it could be quite literally anywhere. Except for, you know, in one of the puzzles probably. It's at least the last time we did one of these, the thing was separate. puzzle didn't take very long. But it was a green one, which are supposed to be easier. I'm going to just go out on a limb and assume that I can't swim. I see another QR code, though. Oh, a couple of them. Something strange has come into the world like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. That voice is not supposed to be here. It is not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities, or they might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. Alright. So I'm assuming the creator is Elohim. Although, it said that a voice speaks from nowhere, so that could be Elohim is not the designer. I guess, based on that. I mean, I kind of wish that the items were used. I can't remember what it's called. The disruptor or something. I don't remember. I kind of wish that they made kind of something of a noise. I mean, just so that I would, just to give like a hint that you're near one, but then I guess at the same time, within puzzles, they're not actually hard to find, right? So that wouldn't really... Door's locked. Yes, yes it is. So must I find a key in order to get in here? And then if I get in there... See, I keep hearing that glitchy thing, but I don't know if that's maybe something that's like... If that's like, maybe like a wall glitching so I can walk through it, or... Alright, let's do our next puzzle. Go in here. A suicide mission, eh? My specialty. That turret not... Yeah, that turret's not even online. But I'm assuming that I need to turn it on in order to get through there or something. Disruptor? Is that what it's called? Jammer, that's what it is. Doesn't really feel like it gives me enough space to get past it. Oh god, no it doesn't. I mean, I can jam it there. Ah, but then... on. I don't exactly know what the point of this is, but unless the turret will kill that thing, like I don't know, do they fight each other as well? Sure do. Just turn that back off in case, shall we? Boop. Just put that there. The vain hope So I can hear the static, but I'm assuming that that's the turret. Okay, last time we went that way, so this time we'll go around this way. So this should be the area we were just in. Although there's definitely more than just the turret making noise. I have to assume that the jammer is in this locked building. And that I need to find the key to get into it. Now where the key may be, I have no clue. But I guess first things first, we should probably just finish the puzzles. Since they're obviously the easiest thing to find. And then we'll see about doing other things. Okay. Now, what's the range on these things? Oh wow, got a hell of a range on them. Now the only thing that worries, and worry might be a bit strong, about finding this key is like, how obvious is the key going to be? You know, like, because like if it's gonna be like a small key hidden somewhere, right? Like. Then there's every possibility that I just like won't see it. Also, this was a super easy puzzle. Hey, we unlocked A. I don't remember what we needed that for. I think that might be to leave this section. And I mean, we're still not going to be able to pull either of those jammers out. I see it's right there. I can a little bit, but I don't. Like, I don't see anything in there, but I have to. Like I said, I kind of have to assume that the jammer is in there, right? Like, where else would it be? That's the one we did. And all we got left is the star. That was all the puzzles in this section. Yes? Can I help you? Oh, part 2 has now been generated. Test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You'll be presented with a series of statements. Okay. Since all human beings are persons and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. Broadly disagree. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. I mean, I guess in general, I mean, the quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. Sure, I guess. I mean, value is discovered. Yeah, I'll agree with that one. Persons deserve the talents they were born into? Nah, not always. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. No, because then that would be like, because you, like, you know, a person deserves liberty as long as it doesn't infringe on the liberty of others, right? So I guess not. Value is created. Well, I mean, that's true as well as value is discovered. I mean, both things can be true. Also, I didn't even realize that I'm actually typing different things in. Value is yeah, I mean, you receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. So is that like on like an actual timer then, or whatever. Point is, I need a star. To get the star, I presumably need a key. Now, this is a huge area to run around and explore in. Can't help but feel like the recording that we were watching has something to do with it, but this way. Go this way. Oh, well, it's going longer this time, I feel. Okay, what good did that do me? I mean, like, these recordings have got to be something, right? I mean, that one was definitely different than the first time we saw it, because it lasted longer. And I think it lasted longer than the second one, but that's a little bit harder to tell. What's this, though? This is something new. Aha! I am the... Well, actually, I'm, probably be a sacrifice, if anything. A person on an altar, it's generally not a good thing. I don't know, do they put people on altars to, no. Yeah, I can't really think of a good reason he's, like, on the altar. Next to the altar, that's fine. Something like that, you know. Lots of stuff people do that are fine next to altars, but being fully on the altar, odds are something bad's about to happen to you. Around the outside and try and stay closer to the middle, because I went kind of far out last time, so this time I'll keep my eye out for like wires or doorways or like stairs or anything. Like, I really don't know where to begin with this. Also, I think there's a way for me to leave my own QR codes, which is probably what that blank one was. Like, the blank one was probably a QR code that somebody else left, because there's an achievement or something to do it. And, that's probably why it was blank, because they just put it down and didn't care. Keep hearing the glitch. But it very rarely seems to be happening to anything that I'm looking at. Must be the turret that I blew up. I mean, what's this? Well, I mean, no. That helps me see into it, but there's no way that I'm grabbing anything from it, that's for sure. Haven't come across another recording. What's all this in here? So much to look around. I really enjoy puzzle games. don't really care for it when they do stuff like this, though. Like, put the puzzle in front of me. Don't make finding it the puzzle. Okay, so this is the one we saw before, because then he disappeared here, right? I don't... understand. Okay, so if those are the two that show up, does that mean that if I go over here now, this one will be back, and it just, you know, say maybe it cycles between the two, but I guess not. Oh, that's where the star is. Okay, so to get to the star, I need a jammer. To presumably get the jammer, I need a key. Because it says it's locked, it shows that it has a lock on it, it does let me interact with the door. I have to assume that there's a key somewhere. The size of that key, on the other hand, could be any size whatsoever. Actually, come to think of it, didn't I pull up a thing that gave you like a hint without outright telling you about the stars, I think? God, I hope that brought that up on my computer and not. I did not. Well, yes I can now, because yeah, I'm drawing a blank here, and all I'm doing is wandering around. And like, yeah, I got nothing. Because I mean, we checked in all the puzzles, but they all have the purple door. We've ran all around. My best guess is that the key is somewhere and I just don't see it. But like I said, I don't know what I'm looking for, right? Like, I know it's a key, but that's the extent of my knowledge on it, right? Like, okay, outside the puzzle areas. Okay. Yeah, I got that. It's behind the lock gate, thanks. But you'll need key. Oh, the keys are within one of the puzzles. Okay. Okay. See, I wasn't thinking inside the puzzles, because the last time we had a star, the entire thing... Let's see, Hall of Windows... I guess we'll take a look around this one first. Like, I don't want to... There is more hints. There's one more hint, and then just straight up telling me. I kind of wish that for a hint that just showed me a picture of the key and all, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't really need... Like, I don't really want more of a hint as to where it is. I would just rather have a hint as to what the key looks like, you know? Because, like, for all I know, I've already looked at it in this puzzle, and I don't recognize it as a key. I mean, I feel like that's entirely possible. I mean, I'm not seeing anything here that looks like a key. At all. I'm not seeing a QR code, I'm not seeing another recording. Although if the recordings have nothing to do with it, I don't really know what the point of them are. I mean... I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's not in this one. This route though. Alright, I'm gonna assume it's not this one. You know what? I'm gonna actually... what was the first one we did with the two patrolling orb things? Is that this one? Yeah, because I paused the one. I'm gonna assume it's this one just because there's patrolling orbs. And, to me, that would make the most sense to put it in an area that's going to be hostile at all times, you know? Because, like, the other area had the turret and the orb, but obviously, you know, we took them both out, so there's no longer any danger to it. So while the key could be in there, it would be easier to retrieve than if it was here. But you, statue, you hiding shit behind you? No? Okay. And you zip it. Did I go over here? I did not go over here. Hello, keys. Can't believe that. Oh, that's all it was. It's like, oh. A little ladder. I probably can't climb holding anything. Well, whatever, I got keys. I'm assuming the key, that's the thing that I need is behind this door. Oh, I wonder if you can jam the recording. I'm gonna grab the star and I'm gonna try and jam the recording before we finish. Boop. Mine. Now you come here. We already looked at the... Okay, we just saw the one over there, so I'm gonna try over here again. I'm gonna assume that they're just timer based. And like, they respawn every so often, but maybe not. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Alright. Oh, terminal slow. Alright. So that'll be it for this part then. Next part, I guess we'll see what these green cube whatever have. And then I guess we'll head into level 3. Let's see. This thing had... I'm going to assume that there's at least 1 star in every location. So, yeah, because that one even says 0 stars on this list that I'm looking at here. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of... There are 30 stars. Now, some of the areas do have multiple. Let's see, there's 7, 14... At least 21 levels, but and then there's 3 more stars that are outside of the levels. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long part or a long series, but that's fine with me. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.